Hi, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. This is Kai. Today I'm going to do a reading. This is a requested reading on the OMG Girlz. Bahja Rodriguez. Her name in the group was Beauty. And Breaunna Womack. Her name in the group was Babydoll. This was, I guess, requested because I had done a reading on Sonique, who was also the third. She was the third member in the group. All right, so like I said, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Please subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you are notified when I upload my videos. Also, if you would like your own personal reading, please click the link below. It's 3 questions for $15. All right, so Bahja Rodriguez and Breaunna Womack. I know this group was, you know, Tiny's idea. Tiny is T.I.'s wife. I'm a fan of Tiny. I thought the group they were cute girls, had cute songs. So I was kind of shocked when they broke up. I know Sonique has put out an EP. I think Beija has put out a few EPs. Not sure about Brianna. I don't think she has put out any new, solo music or whatever. So just gonna see what's up with Beija and Brianna. All right. Let's see. So first question, how did Beija feel about the OMG Girlz breaking up? How did Beija feel about that? I got the 6 of Swords, but I got it in reverse. I feel like okay, this is how I feel. I feel like I feel like it was a lot of trouble in the group. And I feel like she saw that, them breaking up was a challenge, but it was like a challenge for her to turn into like an opportunity. You know what I mean? Like she didn't see it as like the end of the world. She saw it, it's going to be difficult. This is a challenge, but it's it's something that's happening so that she can have more opportunities come into her life, or she can grow, or just do her own thing. So it was like she saw it as like she knew that the group breaking up would be a challenge because that's going to take her away from the connections that Tiny brings and T.I. brings. But it was also like she felt like it was necessary. I feel like she felt like it was necessary for her growth, or necessary for her to, find her own opportunities or bring opportunities to herself. Like, kind of like, so she wasn't really leaning on them. I don't know. I feel like she felt like it was a challenge, but a good challenge in a way. Like, you know what I mean? All right. So let's see. How does Beija truly feel about Sonique? How does Beija feel about Sonique? Truly feel about Sonique. And I kind of can see why that 6 of Swords in reverse would come up for Beija, because like she has really been really focused on her music, doing shows on her own, videos, she has made several videos. She's had, like I said, shows or whatever. So she's like really rising to the occasion. You know what I mean? She's like taking the challenge head on. So, how does Beija truly feel about Sonique? I got the 5 of Cups. I feel like I don't feel like they're as close as what they used to be. I feel like the love is still there, but I feel like, they're just not as close as they used to be. They might even be growing apart. I definitely feel like they're not as close as they used to be. They definitely have been growing apart. Just like going their separate ways. I feel like she definitely still cares about Sonique or whatever, but I don't know, life is like taking them on two different paths in a way. Because it seems like to me that Beija is more serious about the music than Sonique is. So, they don't have that in common anymore. So they're kind of like growing apart. All right. How does Beija feel? Am I saying her name right? Beija? How does Beija feel about her career? Like, how does she feel like about where she is in her career? How does Beija feel about her career? I got the 4 cups. I feel like she's kind of feeling like, okay, I feel like opportunities may be arising for her, but they may not be the opportunities that she wants or that she feels that she should have right now. So she's kind of, I don't want to say she's ungrateful, but she's not. It's like I don't know, I just get the feeling that she wants something really big, but she might be getting an opportunity that's not as big as what she feels that she should have. So it's like she's looking at what she doesn't have versus just focusing on what she does have or what is coming towards her. So I mean, I guess in a way that's a little ungrateful, but with the climate of the music industry, I mean, you're lucky. I mean, Beyonce doesn't even sell like that anymore. You know what I mean? And you got to be a really big name to get like all those endorsements and things like that. I know she's an independent artist, so I'm kind of feeling like she might be getting offers from maybe other smaller labels, but she wants some like a real major deal. But nowadays, even in the old days or whatever, those were like slave contracts, like those 360 deals or whatever. But I know with those deals, they put a lot of money into the artists. They get the big budgets for the videos and this and the other. And I feel like she kind of wants that, but she's not really looking. I mean, she's still young. She's not really looking at the bigger picture or looking at how, as an independent artist, she has so much control over what she does and her image and how often she puts music out. So she's kind of, and that's, I think a lot because of her age, that she wants like something major and like this really big backing, instead of just looking at, I have creative control over everything. I can make my own schedule. I'm not being pushed. I'm not a slave. Because those music industry contracts, they're really slave contracts. They really are. Those 360 deals, I wouldn't want something like that. I would prefer to be independent, even though you got to work harder for like marketing, promoting yourself and doing everything yourself. But I'm the kind of person, I like control over everything, And I know that with the OMG Girlz, they had like a major label. So I'm feeling like she wants something like that again, but for herself. All right. What kind of success will she have? What kind of success will Beija have in her career? Or, what's going to happen in her career? Let's see. I got the 5 of Pentacles, but I got it in reverse. I feel like, you know, okay, when you're an independent artist, like music artists, you have to finance everything yourself. Like one of my favorite singers is Ashanti. She has her own independent label, so everything that she does, the music, the videos, she's paying for that out of pocket. And I know that Beija is doing the same thing. I mean, she's not, I don't think she has her own label. She doesn't have her own label, but she is an independent artist. So the EPs, the paying for the studio time, all that kind of stuff is coming out of her pocket. And I feel like it's really causing a lot of issues for her financially. I mean, that's obvious, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe she's had like some help with the financial part of it, like paying for studio time, paying for producers or whatever. And I feel like wherever that money is coming from, that's tapped out. They're tapped out money wise. So I don't know. I just feel like she might probably get some help, maybe from somebody in the music industry or whatever, or somebody, maybe somebody she has made a connection with or whatever. But I feel like as far as whoever is helping her finance what she's doing right now, as far as her EPs and videos and traveling and all that, I feel like they're tapped out and they can't help her anymore. And I feel like that's really gonna, obviously that's gonna hold her back from getting to the next level or really becoming that star that she wants to become. I mean, because that's the thing with the music industry is about marketing and promotion, and if you don't have those big bucks, it's really hard to do that kind of stuff. But with social media, it helps. But she's still, when you put out an EP and everything, you want to have video. When you put out an album, you want videos to go with it. You want to have the look, you want to have the makeup. Like, that stuff is expensive. And I feel like, I don't know who's helping her with, let me see. Who was helping Beija finance her music career? Who was helping her? I know her mom is like her manager, so that's obvious. But is there someone else helping them with money as far as their music career? As far as her music career? All right, who else is helping Beija finance her music career? Because I feel like the mom is tapped out. Whoever's, really financing it now, they're really having troubles with it. Let's see, who else is helping her? Is there someone else helping her? I got the Tower. So, a man is helping. Who else? Let's see. Why the Tower? Let me clarify. Why the Tower? And whoever that person is, I feel like, because I got the Tower is having issues as well. So right now, whoever's backing her up, they're having problems with continuing to finance this dream. I got the Eight of Wands, but I got it in reverse. I mean, I feel like things are going to work themselves out for her, but I feel like whoever is helping her finance this music stuff is like, probably borrowing on credit, taking out loans, and they're just at their wits' end and they can't continue to help her. But I feel like someone, she might get maybe like a publishing deal or something where someone, probably from the music industry or somebody that, sees potential in her, they may have gone the independent route themselves. So they, throw her, a few bones or whatever, say, we'll, help you with studio time or something like that. So right now I feel like for Beija, she's, money is a big worry for her. And that's gonna, that's pretty obvious. That's gonna hold her back a little bit with doing the music thing. All right. What other obstacles will Beija have in her career? Let's see. I got the sun. So I feel like what's going to happen is I think eventually things will look up for her, and I do feel like she'll get to a point where she is content, or she just like accepts things for how they are. You know what I mean? Like you know, I feel like she'll have some success. She'll, you know, do some shows and things like that, but I feel like she will eventually accept, you know, her position in the music industry or how things are, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like that. I feel like things will turn around for her. You know, I feel like she's just gonna, you know, become happy with, you know, how things are. Like, I feel like right now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, to have a lot of big dreams and hopes and things like that. And I feel like she kind of has, it's nothing wrong with having grand dreams, but I feel like her dreams are so grand because of her connection with Sonique. Like, because Sonique pretty much, you know, because she comes from two parents that are musicians and have money and have those connections, I mean, the path is already written for her. She just has to really like step into it if that's what she wants. You know what I mean? She can have any producer, any studio time, any, you know, whatever. There's enough money for them to fund her projects for a long time. And I feel like with Beija, and I'm not saying that she's jealous of Sonique or whatever, but I feel like her vision, and it's not, you should have a grand vision about, you know, a big vision about your career or whatever, but I feel like she's not she's a little unrealistic right now. She's a little unrealistic about how much she can do with the resources that she has. But I do feel like eventually she will get to a point where she is content with, you know, just life, love. She'll, you know, just being happy or whatever, and career. Just being content with being able to put out EPs, book the shows, have the social media following, and, you know, things like that. I feel like she will eventually get to a point where she's not feeling like, kind of like she compares herself to Sonique. Like, she gets to a point where she's not doing that anymore. All right, so let's ask about her relationship. I know, you know, because I look on her social media. I looked on her social media. She has a boyfriend. What is the energy around Beija's relationship? And the sad part about Beija is I know that her father was in the music industry. I'll ask about that as well. I wonder if because I got the masculine energy, I wonder if it's her father that's helping her fund some things. Okay, what's the energy around Beija's relationship? I got the Two of Wands. I feel like they're in a good space. They might even do they might even work together. I don't know what he does. I don't know anything. I don't know his name. I've seen a picture of him. If he walked past me right now, I wouldn't even know who he was. But I feel like, is he in the music industry as well? Because I feel like they could probably collaborate on some projects or whatever. So right now I feel like they're in a good space. They have the potential for growth. Could do, like I said, do some projects, some creative projects together. I don't know if he's a producer or a rapper, but I think they might collaborate on some things. So I feel like that's, you know, they're in a good space right now. All right, let me ask. All right. Is Beija's biological father helping fund her projects or her music career. Is it her biological father that is helping fund her music career? I got the 10 of Cups, but I got it in reverse, so I would say no. But when I was saying earlier that someone that knows, who understands her path, might help to help her in the future with her music, it possibly could be him, but I don't think right now that it is her biological father that is helping her. I do feel like it's a family member, but I don't think it's the biological father. All right. So let's ask about Breaunna. Breaunna, her name was, what was her name? Babydoll. So Babydoll. How does Babydoll feel about the OMG Girlz breaking up? I got the 9 of Cups. So I feel like for her, I feel like the whole group for Breaunna was like a dream come true. I feel like that was something that she probably didn't think, you know, it was something like beyond her wildest dreams. Like it was a dream come true for her. Let's see. I feel like it also, I don't know what her background is or whatever, but I don't think she comes from money. So I feel like financially it really helped her out. Let's see, why the 9 of Cups? Or was Brianna upset about the OMG Girlz breaking up? Was she upset about that? Let's see. I got the 3 of Cups and I got it in reverse, so I say yes. I definitely think that she was upset about it. I feel like, not upset like angry, but she grieved over it. It was the sadness for her. I feel like she felt like she lost her friends. She lost status. You know, it was like a loss of status. She lost her friends. She probably, I feel like she felt like, you know, kind of lonely or whatever. Like it was a pretty big loss for her. You know, for her, the opportunity was like a dream come true because she doesn't have, like, Sonique has the music connection on both, like the mother and the stepfather. Beija has the music connection from her biological father. Brianna doesn't have that. So this was like, for her to get picked for this group was like a needle in a haystack. So this was like a dream come true for her. She gained new friends. She gained entry into the music industry. So when they broke up, that was, you know, a pretty big loss for her because, you know, she kind of, you go from being with these girls all the time, now you're not talking anymore. So I feel like she kind of was like really depressed about it as well. I feel like she was kind of really depressed and in a low point about it for a while. All right. How does Brianna truly feel about Sonique? I got the World, but I got it in reverse. So I feel like, you know, the group being together was like, for Brianna, was like a whole new world. It was like an entry into something she had never experienced. She I don't think she's from a rich family, so she was getting paid, she was getting abundance, all these connections, going to parties, things like that. So I kind of feel like the group breaking up was like, just like it kind of took the steam out of her momentum or whatever. And let me ask another question. Because I feel like, okay, was Sonique the reason, the one who initiated the breakup? Like, was Sonique the one that wanted the breakup? I got the Three of Pentacles and I got it in reverse. I would say yes, because I feel like they had like a lot of fight. I feel like they were disagreeing on, which always happens with groups. I think they were having a lot of creative differences. I think they were not agreeing on how money should be split. I don't know who was the lead singer and who was the backup. I don't know who all that. But I'm kind of feeling like Sonique felt, even if she didn't really express it, that she should have been at the forefront because she's kind of like from the star, a family of stars. So I kind of feel like they were just fighting like over creative differences, over money, not, not the girls so much, but like with the parents or whatever, fighting over who should be paid the most and who should stand up front and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely feel like Sonique was the one that initiated, or Sonique and her parents or whatever are the ones that said let's just go our separate ways. And getting the, what did I get, the world in reverse. So I feel like for Brianna, that like this was a once in a lifetime opportunity for her. And this was because I know that she got picked. They saw her on a YouTube video or something. Somebody saw her on a YouTube video dancing, and that's why they picked her. So that's like a needle in a haystack happening. Like a musician, like a popular musician seeing your work on YouTube and wanting you to be in a group. So that like kind of really took a lot of steam out of her, like a lot of momentum, because it was like, okay, I'm finally thrust into this limelight where I want to be. Dancers and musicians, they want to be in the limelight, and then it's all taken away from me. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let me ask, does Brianna consider Sonique a friend? I got the Page of Cups. I think that Brianna does care about Sonique. I'm not necessarily saying that they are friends, but I feel like Brianna does care about Sonique. I feel like she kind of sees Sonique as not moody, but like, and I guess in a way it could be like moody, like 1 minute she wants to do things this way and everything is all together and let's move forward, and then the next minute it's like, oh, I don't want to do that, I changed my mind. So she kind of sees her as like changeable, but I do feel like Brianna does care about Sonique. All right, how does she feel about Beija? And I forgot to ask about how Beija feels about Brianna, but I'll ask, how does Brianna feel about Beija? How does she truly feel about Beija? Three of Swords. I feel like the separation, I feel like Brianna really cares about Beija, And I feel like they were really close. I feel like they had a very close relationship. They had a very close friendship. But I feel like when they broke up, I think that her separation from Beija really crushed her more so than it did Sonique. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what went on with the, the dynamics of the group and how, how long they were fighting or not getting along or whatever. But I feel like her being separate, or the group breaking up and them not being together all the time, the relationship between Brianna and Beija really, not being as close as they normally were, really hurt Brianna and really broke her heart. All right, let me ask, how does Beija feel about Brianna? How does Beija truly feel about Brianna? I got the world in reverse for how Beija feels about Brianna as well. So I feel like they were really I feel like Brianna and Beija were closer to each other than they were to Sonique, and I feel like on both ends that it caused a lot of heartbreak or sadness for them to not be together all the time or not be as close to each other as they once were, because they're not working together anymore. All right. What is the next step in Brianna's career? What's next for Brianna? I got the Fool. So I feel like for Brianna, I feel like she doesn't, like right now, she does not have any concrete or set plans for what she's going to do next, where she wants to go. I feel like she's just living day by day and just kind of going where the wind takes her. She might even do some traveling. Maybe she might move. She's just taking it day by day, She's, just trying to see what works for her. I don't feel like she has a set plan where she's saying, okay, I want to put an album out by this such and such time. I feel like she's just dibbling and dabbling in different things to see what sticks. You know what I mean? Just kind of being like a free spirit right now. She doesn't have any solidified plans. I'm going to ask one more question. Okay. I'm going to ask, how does Sonique feel about Beija? Because I think Sonique is a nice person, but I got the Ten of Swords. I feel like when you break up in a group, there's a lot of blame going around. There's a lot of, if you had done this, then this would have happened, or this wouldn't have happened. So I feel like Sonique feels like she's kind of like in victim mode, because she's coming from a place of being the more privileged one, having more connections, and I feel like she feels that Beija blames her for things not working out and them not being able to come together to be a very successful group. I'm not saying that Beija necessarily feels that way, but that's what Sonique feels like. You're blaming me for this not working out because I have a mother that comes from this group, or I have a stepfather that's a popular rapper or whatever. So she's kind of feeling like a victim. You know what I mean? Like, all right, how does Sonique feel about Brianna? I got the 10 of Wands. Again, like these 10s, I feel like with Brianna, she feels the same way. She feels like because the group broke up, you know, Brianna sees her as the reason for that, or feels like, you know, Sonique should have taken on more of the burden, or, you know, really chucked it up or charged it to the game and just put the burden on her back to save the group. Like, and I'm not saying that that's how Brianna necessarily feels, or feels that Sonique should be blamed for the group breaking up. But again, because Sonique is coming from the privileged position, and she's coming from the point of her mother is the manager, her mother started the group, her stepfather was the one that orchestrated the deal for them to get the major record deal, and now that everything has fallen apart, she's feeling like these other two girls are looking at her like, you should have done more, you should have carried on more, you should have took more so that you could save this group and save our careers or whatever. So she feels, you know, really burdened. She feels like she has to take on the burden of everything that happened for the group falling apart. All right, so that is my reading on Bahja Rodriguez and Breaunna Womack from the OMG Girlz. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also hit the notification button so you can be notified of my next videos. If you would like your own personal reading, please click the link below. It's 3 questions for $15. I'm Kai. I'll see you next time. Bye.